Good afternoon. It is November 3rd, 2021. Excuse me. Really, prices were in this range all day until the FOMC announcement. Oh, you know what? That's actually a failed second entry. Whoops. Failed second entry short right here. So I like that. I'd probably go above that bar. Yeah, I really like that. So I think if you, I didn't know, I didn't look at my calendar, unfortunately. So I didn't know that this was FOMC day. But if you looked at that, you might just stay out because look at how much price action we had at the open. And then prices were just ranging. And this is a pretty, I think it was like a 6-point range. 4-point range, 5-point range. So you might just sit out until the announcement. And I think that would have been the better move because once the announcement comes, once the meeting happens, that's when your first good setups come. You get this failed second entry short and then this second entry long. I'm not going to take long today because this is just all this congestion you really just don't want to be in. But this looked like maybe we were in a downtrend, but we didn't come to the bottom of that channel. And this is just looks like a failed breakout of congestion to me, and that's right at the open. So it's still aggressive because there's not a whole lot of room to these lows, and looks like a fairly big bar. That's only 3 points though. It's 12 ticks. So I think I would definitely consider that. It looks like a failed breakout of the range, so I like that. Down here, I just wouldn't take this because it looks like the bias is down. So we break out that way with trend, and then we break out of the range again, and this is just a double test of this price level. So it's not really a great entry. And then we come down here, and we get this first failed second entry short. But there were a couple areas. Like I thought we were getting a failed second entry short right here. It closes below the EMA, If you took this one closes above the EMA, you get 4 ticks. I don't think you would have gotten filled. But this one, I like this one because it closes above the EMA. And yeah, that would have gotten you a scalp. But yeah, once I realized, okay, this is just congestion because the FOMC day, I got out. And you can see here we got a first second entry short, but we didn't come up to the highs. I tried this on the simulator and got stopped out. And then it goes exactly where you're expecting it to go. And so I don't really see why I marked this. I'm going to take that away. But then, yeah, the 11 a.m. rolls around and finally we get some volatility. And I guess they liked what the person said or like what was going on in the meeting, because you get this first failed second entry short, and it's a breakout pullback off of this range. So that's another reason I like that. This no good setups here, and we get a second entry long here, and that confirms this trend channel. And no way to get in this too far from the EMA. Here you get up here, you get a second entry long. I like that, but I entered on a limit order. That just looked way too. You're going into the highs, so that's why it's aggressive. And this is just too congestive. But here we're getting a breakout. First, failed second entry. That's a signal bar is too big for my liking. And now we're continuing to trend up. So that's what I saw today. Okay, let's take a look at these trades I took. Terrible behavior this morning. Like I said, I think if I saw that the FOMC announcement was today, given that and the lack of context that we developed overnight, I probably would have just sat out until the announcement came. And yeah, in the overnight, I thought I spotted a failed second entry short, and that's just not good because that's going into the highs. So I don't know. I don't really know why I thought I spotted something. So I went long there, and you can see that's a perfect trap. And then here, first okay, I took this as a higher low back into congestion, but thinking this area was congestive, but I didn't even look at this downward bias. So, and this closes below the EMA, so I got trapped on that. And look, you got to set up for a second entry short right there. And if you took that, that would have gotten you a scalp. So, with the bias, stay with the bias. And then just being super eager, thinking okay, this one will work. I think I took this first, failed second entry short, and I got stopped out again, and that closes beneath the EMA. And then it goes high enough to give you a scalp and then comes down. So I think I learned a lot today. When you see this lack of, there wasn't a whole lot in the overnight, and then we get congestion near the open, just sit out for a little bit. So that's really all I got for today. Let me, before I forget, Friday, I'm not going to be able to make a video. I got to travel. And tomorrow I might not be able to make a video. I'm not too sure because my account went below $50. So I don't know if I'll be able to make a video. I might, if I do, it'll have to be, it'll probably come late in the day. So hope everyone has a good day. Hope everyone has a good weekend, and I'll be back. If not tomorrow, next week.